guys, I just got back from the store. I picked up more tongue and groove so that we can finish our exterior siding, and we'll have to get more later for the interior. But first I have to do the insulation and take care of all of that, and I want to finish my railings because they're not finished. I still need to do two pieces of railing, and then I have to put the top rail on top of the railings as well. So that's what we're gonna try and do today. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've been having some physical problems with my elbows, some issues with my elbows, and I got tennis elbow on both my elbows, if you can imagine. And my left one is particularly bad. The right one is not as bad, but the left one is really bad. It hurts to even just grab and hold anything, and I don't have any strength in it. So I've been taking a couple of days off to try and see, and icing it, and I've been doing all of that, wrapping it with, I got one of those straps for the tennis elbow, and I've also been icing it. But I was working all of last week regardless of the pain, and I just ignored it. And hey dogs, hey Cooper. So for that reason, I haven't been able to do a whole lot. And I'm also concerned because the more I continue to overuse my arms right now, because it's overuse is what it is. It's I've been building now for what 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, I don't even know, straight, in terms of like hammering, screwing, and doing all that stuff that affects the elbows, unfortunately. So it's repetition causes these kind of issues, unfortunately. We're only human, right? And so 30 years ago I didn't get these issues, but now I do. And because I don't stop, I keep going. I went from building that cabin back there, I don't know if you can see it from here, but I went from building that cabin with a deck to doing this addition. So, and really I haven't stopped since we moved into the property, which has been like 2.5 years. It's a little scary going in between the two windows like that because I barely have enough room to put my ladder, but we'll get it done one way or another. We'll get it done. Well, the rain is really coming down now, and I just got done. I'm gonna go and do this side right here, but this is what it looks like. And now we'll be doing this side, but at least we'll be underneath the roof. Yeah, at least I'm not stepping in the mud right now. I'm happy about that. I didn't do some of the flashing. You see, I put the flashing up on these sides. I forgot about it, and that happens to me apparently, not a lot, but on occasion. I make little mistakes here and there along the way. Like for instance, the lines of the siding of the tongue and groove on the exterior, the two corners don't line up exactly. They're about an inch, inch and a half or so off. And I realized that after. So what I did, in order for them to match on this side, I ripped bottom board so that it will line up with the front, because for some reason the front dropped down about 1.5 inches just so that it could sit on my flashing. And by the time I put all my trim in, you won't be able to notice anyway, because there will probably only be about 2 or 3 inches of siding that will show when it's all said and done, if that, because by the time we put all of that in, you won't be able to tell. But anyways, yes, I forgot to put the flashing on this bottom part, but you have to remember that this is a covered area. It's not going to get any water. There's no water coming in here. We have a roof 30 feet long, 8 feet deep. We're not getting any water in here. I have a very big overhang, so there's no water coming into here. Even when it rains hard, there's no water coming into the deck. All right? I just wanted to point that out because somebody had left a comment, and I totally agree. I made a mistake with those tongue and groove, lining them up. I just, it's little things, but that shows that, I'm not a professional, right? At least I try, at least I'm not one of those people who say, oh, I can't do it. I never say I can't do it. I always try, even though I don't know how to do it, whatever that might be. I try. And that's how it's been my whole life. I've always been one of those individuals that I reject the thought of not being able to do something unless I try. So I give it my best shot, my best effort. I always try. And if I fail, I try again. And if I fail, I try again. And if I fail the third time, then I'll call a professional. Fortunately for me, since we are on a budget, I haven't had to do a lot of that. We've been doing everything pretty much on our own ever since my wife and I have been together, which has been about 10 years now, just over 10 years. So, but yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because, I don't want people to think that maybe some of you who are just joining us to the channel maybe think that I'm a professional doing this, but I'm not, So with that in mind, just remember that I'm a man that tries, and I try very, very hard for myself, for my family. And so, guys, we'll just keep going now, and we'll see how far we can get, all right? It's like a spring day today. It's like 60 in the 60s, if you can believe it. We were in the teens last week and below zero with the wind chills. And now, all of a sudden, it's in the 60s. But we're going to have rain all week. Fortunately, we're underneath a covered roof, so we can continue working for the most part. It shouldn't really affect the build that much. Look at that, my first initial. out the rain now. Well, it's gotten dark, so we have to stop.
It looks good, baby love.
Yeah. All right. I'm pretty satisfied. You know. And tomorrow I'll finish that top rail on this side. But I'll have to go and get a couple more 2x2s so we can finish it. Alright, so I'll have to go back and just my sawzall and cut these little pieces off here and on this side. So it will be at an angle, it'll match this one. And I have everything screwed in, so we have our top rails for the stairs. And this is what I did here because, you know, I have to rig it a little bit. But it doesn't look too bad, you know. And went around the posts. I'll probably just fill this with a little bit of caulking right here. And, you know, just seal it. It's getting dark, I couldn't really see on that last one, so these are better, as you can see, a little bit better. And then got all of this one done. The same thing here, this was my first cut. You can see it's pretty tight all the way around. So, and then we got all of our siding done on the outside. Everything concerning the siding is finished. And like I mentioned earlier, I'll have to go back and put all the trim. So we'll do that. We'll caulk first all along the edges, and then we'll put the trim up. And then we'll have to get our rafter ties and everything. First opportunity. I don't know if I showed you, but we put some clotheslines here because we're not going to use dryer anymore because of electricity. And so it's not just to save money, but also because we want to get away from the excessive usage of electricity, especially since we're planning on going solar, you know, and do the off-grid thing, right? So, but everything turned out pretty decent, and we have to do this top rail right here, and then finish our balusters over there and in that little corner over there. But I did get the top rail up on that. Other than that, yeah, it's all right.
It's really good, baby. I really like it a lot.
Thanks, love. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one. The rain just finally let up, just in time for sunset. And tomorrow we'll get started again and continue. Okay? We'll see you on the next video.